Weekend at the Cemetery by Reaper's Horror.
Hey, James, are you working tomorrow?
Peter turned to his coworker and asked,
Nope. I'm off all weekend.
How'd you pull that off?
Peter asked with a hint of jealousy in his voice.
Never forget, I'm number one.
James said as he wagged his middle finger in Peter's face.
Yeah, number one loser.
Maybe so, but I'll be losing at home, and you'll still be here, slaving away at work.
James proudly remarked as he went out the door.
Bye! Got the whole weekend to myself. Don't have to go to work for 2 consecutive days. Hell yeah. Too bad I can't enjoy it.
James had been planning this for a long time. It was all he could think about for months.
I know I shouldn't have waited this long. It'll only make what I have to do harder.
He said to himself as he drove out of the parking lot. The day faded as James drove far beyond the city limits. By the time he reached the cemetery, it was already dark. He knew this wasn't going to be pretty, but he was prepared to do what needed to be done. James opened the trunk to his car and looked over the selection of weapons. He pulled out a large wooden stake.
No. I think that'll just make this worse somehow.
He said as he placed the weapon back in the trunk and lowered the lid. He gathered his strength and walked slowly toward the entrance of the cemetery. It was cold outside, and there was a slight wind moving through the air. James shivered, but not from the cold. He was scared.
Keep it together, man.
James thought out loud.
You've done worse stuff than this.
He stuck to the path and scanned the tombstones as he walked.
Now where is it?
As he continued walking, he passed a bush that began to move on its own.
Yeah!
James yelled as he turned to face the mystery threat.
You want me? Come and get me!
He shouted with his fists in the air. The bush shook again, and out came the cutest little dog.
Stupid mutt. You don't scare me.
James said in an angry tone. The dog bared its teeth at James and began to bark loudly.
Okay, move along now.
James said, and hurriedly walked in the other direction. He continued down the twisting cemetery path, looking anxiously in both directions as he went.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
He said as he looked at the stone with the name Alice engraved on its face.
Listen, Alice. I know it's taken me a real long time to get out here. And I know the last time we were together, it didn't really go all that well. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry.
The ground beneath him began to shake violently. And out burst the pale form of his late girlfriend.
I shall feast upon your soul,
She said in an unearthly tone.
Now, is that any way to talk to your boyfriend?
Alice opened her mouth and revealed her dagger-like fangs.
Here, I brought you something.
James reached into his back pocket and pulled out a diamond engagement ring.
Alice, will you marry me?
Oh, James, it's beautiful.
She said excitedly.
Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes.
The two embraced each other and kissed passionately.
But, James,
She said as she looked at him with great sadness in her eyes.
I know, Alice. And it's okay.
He reassured her.
I'm sorry.
She said softly, before baring her fangs once more and sinking them deep into James's neck. Wow. I guess you could say love really bites. Like she took a bite out of him. What? Oh, come on, that's funny. Alright, fine. Time to put a lid on it. But it's not the final nail in the coffin. In fact, why not watch another video, like the one on your screen? Go on, check it out, because I know you're gonna dig that one too. I'll see you there, creeps.